Everything cook and curry, aye? The sea ain't just a place where plops go when you flush them down the bog. It is also home to the three main kinds of fish: dolphins, the filet-o-fish, and the fittest fish of all, mermaids. Phew. The tragedy of these simple sea bitches is that very few of them has got a punani. So if you wants to bone them, you has to stick it in their gills or just jizz on their slingers. Check out my show, West Side. Keep it real.
Booyakasha! Check this out. The election in America is a well important thing. So you better understand the politics of it. That's why I was here with none other than my main man, Mr. Patrick Buchanan. So you better listen up and recognize. So how long was you president for?
0.
What?
I didn't make it. I failed.
Ain't there the problem if you have an election every however many years, that if someone don't tell the whole truth, you've got him for like 4 years, isn't it?
If the people make a mistake, they have to live with it for 4 years, or they get their Congress to throw the president out.
But sometimes people lie to get in. Like when me went for my interview for McDonald's in Staines, me said that me would work well hard. But the moment me got in there, me was eating like 15 McChicken sandwiches a day and selling a little bit of McGunja on the side. And them only actually chucked me out when them found me wearing the Ronald McDonald costume, boning me Julie in the box.
Here's what you do, though. When you're there, then your organization has rules whereby they can throw you out.
All right.
We have rules whereby you can throw out the president.
Does you think that religion should be taught in schools?
If it's voluntary, yes. If it's mandatory, no.
Does you think there's a way for people to make the way them teach religion more interesting?
Yes. The movie, The Passion of the Christ,
All right.
is a very effective teaching tool, I think.
I heard that it ain't as good as Lethal Weapon 3.
No, I think it's slightly better than Lethal Weapon 3.
Ain't it basically a bit of a rip-off of Gladiator?
No, it's not at all.
But it's like that kind of thing, isn't it?
No, it's about the death and crucifixion of Christ.
Ain't you scared, though, that because it's made so much cash, it will just make a sequel and it won't be as good, like, you know, have the bloke
Probably.
come back to life, whatever? What else is the election going to be fought on this year?
It'll probably be about Iraq.
Does you think Saddam's ever was able to make these weapons of mass destruction, or whatever, or as they is called, BLTs?
Was Saddam able to make them?
Could he make BLTs?
Yes, at one time he was using BLTs on the Kurds.
Was it worth fighting a war over BLTs?
I don't think Saddam Hussein and Iraq were a threat to the United States, even if they had WMDs or BLTs, as long as they weren't nuclear weapons.
If you had the evidence Saddam had these BLTs in his house, would you have said yes, attack?
Not unless he had, if he had anthrax, if he had mustard gas. If he had mustard gas, no.
Let's say he didn't have mustard and the BLTs just was plain. Would you been able to go in there then?
No.
Is it ever worth fighting a war over sandwiches?
Is it ever worth fighting a war? Yes.
If you becomes president again, what will you do?
I would change the whole country dramatically, and that's why I'm not going to be president.
Yo! Yo, for real. I was feeling that, man. Yo. Yo, was you mashed or something? You was like so giggly.
Well, I'm,
You had a little puff before?
no, yeah, a little puff before, sure.
Respect. Yo. You need a bit of some of my own imports. We'll talk business after.
Yegshemesh, democracy is very different in USA from Kazakhstan. In America, women can vote, but horse cannot. I go to help a Republican Party candidate win election. Dziękuję. Hello, thank you to speak me.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me come on.
Do you have policies?
One of my main policies is that I am pro-life.
Yes.
I believe human life should be protected.
I feel very strong about this because in Kazakhstan, my brother Bilo, he have a child born with hair all over face and the nose on her arms, hair everywhere, hair, and his wife says throw him, and I say no, keep him, and now he make them very much money. He travel around the country in a tent. People pay money to see children like him and other strange ones.
Well, I'm glad that the choice was made for life.
Yes. In Kazakhstan, we like the family, but there are now some men who pretend to be married, but in secret they do a bang 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 in other men's anus. What do you call them here?
We call it homosexual.
So which is the party of the homosexuals?
They tend to go to the Democratic Party.
What else your policy?
Well, I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian
Nice, I like.
since I was about 8 years old, I guess.
I want to go to this place, heaven. Which religion must I choose to go there?
The Christian Bible says that Jesus Christ is the only way to heaven.
If people choose the Jews, will they go heaven or hell?
Well, I would have to say that they would go to hell.
Hello.
I'm James Broadwater. I'm running for United States Congress in District 2.
Is your husband at home? We want to speak to somebody who can vote.
That's it, just me.
You can vote, but you are a woman.
All women can vote.
Oh.
I wouldn't like it if I couldn't vote.
Yes. Why?
Because I feel like I'm equal with a man. I don't want a man deciding what's best for me.
But a woman not equal to a man. No, in Kazakhstan we say God, man, a horse, a dog, then a woman, and then a rat, and then a small kratsuli, like a little... Yes.
I'm running for United States Congress in District 2.
He is a strong man. He will crush his opponents, and he will be
powerful like Stalin, and not to tolerate people who are bad.
Well, actually, I wouldn't compare myself to Stalin, but
Will you vote for my friend?
Well, I probably will, but I don't
Yes.
ever tell people who I'm going to vote for before I vote.
If you do not vote for him, he will take power.
No, well, depends on whether he gets enough votes or not.
If you vote for him, he will make sure that you and your family will have a very good years. But if you do not vote for him, you will be sorry.
Okay. I hear you.
Yes?
I hear what you say.
I will not leave until you swear on the eyes of your child that you will vote for him.
See, we don't do that. We don't. That's not the way we do things in America.
Do you have any particular points on which you're running?
people in Mississippi, on the average, pay 31% of their income in taxes every year. And I think we can do a whole lot better than that, you know.
That would be nice.
I think it would be good for all of us.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt the politic. Please, is possible make a sheet to your house immediately? Very urgent. I have a problem, please.
Excuse me?
Is it possible make a sheet to your house now? I have a problem.
Want to use the
Use the
restroom?
restroom?
Yes, please. It's very urgent. I have the cinema. Thank you.
Thought we would stay very long in Mississippi, but it's been a pretty nice place to live.
Oh, great.
Great success.
Good.
I believe family is very important.
Mr. Broadwater, do not have never been ever with a man. Is correct?
That's correct.
And never ever, even as a child or experiment with ladyboy, nothing. It's true, yes? I'm not lying.
Yes.
We say in Kazakhstan, a man who go to power must have a big, how you say, khram, how you say, khram,
You can say lots of different things.
how you say it here?
Yeah.
Technically, it would be penis.
No, not under.
Testicles.
Yes. He have a very big testicles. You want to touch? You want to show him?
I'm sorry.
No.
I think that's entirely inappropriate, you know.
Why?
That is not a customary thing here in the United States at all.
No, not at all.
You can touch me. I do not mind.
I really don't want to.
I would like to learn from how to make a speech.
Okay. The biggest thing about speeches is to know your audience, know who you're talking to, and know what they care about.
As everyone knows, today is the 14th year anniversary of a Tishnik massacre. So please now I ask you to stand and give them respect. Please, we will have 10-minute silence. Thank you. Is it good to give a compliment to audience?
Yeah, it's always good to give a compliment to the audience, but he needs to be a sincere compliment. It needs to be something that they feel comes from the heart.
I hope you all like me. I hope you like me very much. I would like to do a romance inside of you, but not only if she let me, not with force. All day long, when I see you, I think of you, no clothes, wah wah wee wah, but it's a very wonderful. Thank you to meet a great man.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ali in the field, Ali in the field. Yes, Mimita chica, Mimita chica.
Easy enough.
Good day.
Safe. What will be your name?
I'm Dr. George Washington.
What?
Dr. George Washington.
All right, wicked. So does vets mainly look after sick animals?
No, we do a lot of preventive medicine, reproductive work, and everything.
Why was there so many sick animals in Vietnam?
There wasn't that many sick animals in Vietnam.
But weren't there like millions of Vietnam vets?
You're confusing terminology here. Okay, a veterinarian is a doctor of veterinary medicine. He's a person that treats animals.
For Will. So, I was getting it. So loads of people went to Vietnam and then treated animals there.
No. You're confusing the term.
All right.
I'm a veteran, but I'm also a veterinarian because I served time as a veterinarian in the military.
For Will. So why do so many of those people from the military then later on in life want to start working with animals?
They don't. They can do anything they want to. There's no relation between a veteran of the military and a veterinarian.
Respect. And you is?
I'm both.
Oh man, that's so confusing. I don't understand it. So to make this clear to young people out there, people who fights in wars is called veterinarians.
No.
People who
are called veterans.
Whatever. Veterans. People who does the animal thing is called veterans.
No, veterinarians.
Veterinarians. Respect.
V-E-T-E-R-I-N-A-R. It's veterinarians.
When you was a kid, did you know that you wanted to grow up and be a veteran?
Well, you're still confusing. Just forget the word veteran.
All right.
Please.
How often is animals actually sick and how often is they faking it just so them can get a day off work?
Animals aren't faking it to get a day off work.
But what does you do if there's like a knock on your door and there's like a goat out there, whatever, and he says he's got flu, but you know he's lying? Does you tell the farmer?
The goat doesn't talk to us. It's the farmer that talks to us.
So is there a lot of sex diseases with animals?
There are a few, but not many, that's transmitted.
Is that because most animals wear connies?
No.
So is you saying that the man cows just whip it out and jizz over their Babylons, or what?
No.
So how does they stop getting them preggers? So is there any animals that ain't been discovered yet?
There could be. They've just found some in some of the jungles, different places that they didn't know exist.
Has you got any photos of the ones that ain't been discovered?
No.
All right, what about a video or something like...
Well, if you had a video, they'd have been discovered.
All right. Not if they videoed themselves.
They aren't smart enough to operate a video.
Look at that thing. What's that?
That's a chicken.
What? That thing?
It's a chicken.
Is that a real animal?
That's a chicken.
Check it out. Has you ever seen anything like that?
Yeah.
Look at it.
He's got feathers on his feet.
How come he was wearing that?
That's the way Mother Nature, that's the way his genes are. He was born.
So where is, like, the tigers?
This is not a zoo. This is a farm. This is like, this is more like a farm you would have seen probably when I was a kid.
What about a hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus, there, you go to the National Zoo and you can see them.
What, you ain't got them here either?
No, this is not a zoo. This is a farm. You know what a farm is?
Well, it's like a rubbish zoo, obviously.
Okay, I hope you learned something about animals.
Yo, me learned a lot about animals.
You have a lot to learn.
Keep it real.
Okay.
Enough respect.
Okay.
Safe.
Safe.
Wicked.
Okay.
The Subway Italian BMT that you know and love is now our featured $5 footlong of May. Try it fresh toasted with mozzarella on Italian urban cheese bread. Pile on your favorites like tangy pickles, and it's still only $5. Yes, just $5. Subway, eat fresh.
I've been calling everywhere. Are you okay?
If something happens, if I don't make it.
Come on, you're scaring me.
Godzilla, May 16th, rated PG-13.
This is new Miller Fortune, brewed for more spirited nights. It's understilled, yet it has a smooth, clean finish. You might choose a regular beer, but then you might get a regular night. Miller Fortune, your fortune awaits.
Honestly, I'm pouring everything I have into this place. That's why I got a new Windows 2-in-1. It has exactly what I need for half of what I thought I'd pay. And I don't need to be online for it to work. It runs Office, so I can do schedules and budgets and even menu changes. But it's fun too, with touch and tons of great apps for stuff like music. There's a good playlist. It's good for business.
I need the boss's signature for this.
I'm the boss.
Creator of Knob Creek Bourbon, Booker No once said, "If you're not completely satisfied with the big, full flavor of our bourbon, just send back the unused portion, and we'll drink it for you." Knob Creek, aged 9 years for big, full flavor. The way bourbon was meant to be.
It's avocado season at Subway.
Avocado, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Try creamy avocado on any of your favorites, like a scrumptious Subway Club.
Come on, man. You know you can't go wrong with avocado.
Subway, the official training restaurant
of athletes everywhere.
Billy Bob Thornton is riveting.
Who is this?
Who knows you're at the pet store right now?
My mom.
Do I sound like your mom?
Fargo, all new Tuesday at 10 on FX and FX Now.
Viewer discretion advised.
Listen up. Me name be Buchanan. Me knows enough things about politics. Get involved, mock daddies. Y'all better realize that nothing be a better way to get y'all kicks. West Side, aye.